The power of self-focus. Listen to me. Too many of you are out here distracted watching what everybody else is doing, worried about things that don't move you forward. You're scrolling, you're comparing, you're chasing things that don't even matter. But let me tell you something: winners don't chase distractions, they chase purpose. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is self-focus. Not what they mama said, not what their friends are doing, not what the world thinks, it's what they decide to lock in on. You want to be great, you want to take your life to the next level. Then you gotta block out the noise and focus on you, your grind, your goals, your mission. Today, we're gonna talk about how to tap into that focus, how to stop letting the world dictate your destiny, and how to put in the kind of work that makes success chase you. Are you ready? Let's get it. Distractions are everywhere. They come in many forms: social media, negative people, unnecessary drama, self-doubt, and even overthinking. The reason most people never reach their full potential isn't because they lack talent or opportunity. It's because they allow distractions to pull them away from what really matters. Every time you check your phone for no reason, every time you spend hours scrolling through someone else's life instead of working on your own, every time you let people's opinions dictate your next move, you're giving away your power. Success is not about how much talent you have. It's about how focused you can stay on your goal despite everything trying to pull you away from it. Most people don't even realize how much time and energy they lose to distractions. They think checking their notifications for a few minutes won't hurt, but that few minutes adds up. They think listening to negativity doesn't affect them, but soon they find themselves doubting their own abilities. Every little distraction is like a small cut. One cut doesn't seem like much, but 1,000 cuts will bleed you dry. This is why it's so important to take control of what you allow into your mind, your space, and your time. If you don't, distractions will control you. And when distractions control you, you can't control your success. There's a reason the most successful people in the world seem almost obsessed with their work. They understand that in order to reach the highest level, they have to eliminate anything that doesn't push them forward. They don't waste time arguing with people who don't believe in them. They don't entertain negativity. They don't allow temporary pleasures to rob them of permanent success. They move differently because their mindset is different. They know that if they want to win, they have to stay locked in on their mission. The biggest distractions aren't just external. The most dangerous distractions come from within. Self-doubt is a distraction. Fear is a distraction. Excuses are distractions. Every time you tell yourself you're not good enough, you're holding yourself back. Every time you let fear stop you from taking action, you're delaying your own success. Every time you make an excuse instead of making progress, you're giving up control over your future. If you want to be great, you have to recognize these internal distractions and shut them down before they take over. The truth is, eliminating distractions requires discipline. It's not easy to ignore the noise when the world is constantly pulling at you. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to say no to what doesn't matter and yes to what does. It's about making the decision every single day to focus on what will move you forward. It's about training your mind to block out everything that doesn't align with your goals. It's about valuing your time so much that you refuse to waste it on anything that doesn't contribute to your growth. Most people are waiting for motivation, but motivation comes and goes. What you need is commitment to stay locked in. Commitment to prioritize your future over temporary distractions. Commitment to do whatever it takes to stay focused, no matter how many temptations try to pull you away. If you want to win, you have to create an environment that supports your goals. That means cutting out anything or anyone that drains your energy. That means setting boundaries with your time. That means developing the self-awareness to recognize when you're slipping and having the discipline to get back on track immediately. Eliminating distractions is not about isolating yourself from the world. It's about becoming so focused on your purpose that nothing can shake you. It's about understanding that every moment spent on something meaningless is a moment taken away from your dreams. It's about recognizing that the people who make it to the top aren't the ones who had the easiest path, they're the ones who stayed focused the longest. Clarity is power. The reason most people never achieve their goals is because they lack ability, resources, or potential. It's because they don't even know what they truly want. They go through life moving in different directions, chasing things that don't align with their purpose, and wondering why they never feel fulfilled. If you don't have a clear vision, you're walking in the dark. You're reacting to life instead of creating the life you want. The most successful people in the world all have one thing in common: they know exactly what they're working towards. They don't just have a general idea, they have a specific, detailed vision that drives them every single day. When you define your vision, you give yourself a reason to wake up with purpose. It's not enough to say you want to be successful. What does success look like for you? Is it financial freedom? Is it mastering your craft? Is it making an impact on the world? The clearer your vision, the stronger your focus becomes. Without a clear vision, distractions will always win. You'll chase trends, waste time on things that don't matter, and feel like you're running in circles. But when your vision is locked in, you move differently. You stop entertaining things that don't serve your purpose. You stop listening to people who don't align with your goals. You start making decisions that bring you closer to where you want to be. To many people, let fear keep them from defining their vision. They're afraid to commit to a goal because they don't want to fail. But the truth is, not having a vision is the real failure. If you don't know where you're going, you'll spend your life helping someone else build their dream. You'll work a job you don't love, settle for less than you deserve, and wonder why you never feel fulfilled. Having a clear vision doesn't guarantee success, but it gives you direction. It gives you a reason to keep pushing even when things get tough. It gives you the energy to stay disciplined when you feel like giving up. The moment you define your vision, everything changes. Your mindset shifts. You start thinking differently, moving differently, working differently. You stop wasting time because you understand that every second matters. You stop second-guessing yourself because you know exactly what you're working toward. You become more intentional with your actions. Every choice you make is either bringing you closer to your vision or pulling you further away from it. When you have clarity, you develop a level of urgency that most people don't have. You don't wait for the perfect time because you understand that time is your most valuable asset. You don't make excuses because you know excuses don't build success. One of the biggest mistakes people make is setting small goals because they're afraid to dream big. They think playing it safe will protect them from failure, but playing small is the biggest risk of all. If your vision doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. Your goals should push you beyond your comfort zone. They should challenge you to become the best version of yourself. The moment you settle for less than what you're capable of, you start losing Greatness requires boldness. It requires you to believe in something bigger than your current reality. It requires you to take risks, face challenges, and keep going even when things get difficult. Defining your vision is not just about setting goals. It's about creating a blueprint for your life. It's about knowing exactly what you want and refusing to settle for anything less. It's about having a deep, uncheckable belief that you are meant for more. When you truly believe in your vision, you don't need external motivation. Your vision becomes your fuel. It keeps you going when things get hard. It keeps you focused when distractions try to pull you away. It gives you the power to keep pushing forward, no matter what obstacles come your way. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. Everybody wants success, but very few are willing to put in the consistent, focused effort it takes to get there. Talent alone is not enough. Motivation alone is not enough. The people who win are the ones who show up every single day, whether they feel like it or not. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't luck or special abilities, it's discipline. It's the ability to commit to daily habits that push you closer to your vision, even when you don't see immediate results. Most people fail because they chase quick wins. They want success overnight. They want instant gratification. But greatness isn't built in a day, it's built in the small, repetitive actions that most people ignore. Success is found in the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices, the moments when nobody is watching. It's in the decision to wake up early and work on your craft instead of hitting snooze. It's in the choice to push through fatigue and give one more rep in the gym. It's in the discipline to study when others are partying. Every decision you make is either strengthening your discipline or weakening it. Daily discipline is not about intensity, it's about consistency. It's easy to go hard for a few days when motivation is high. It's easy to make big promises when you feel inspired. But what happens when the excitement fades? What happens when life gets tough? Most people quit when the initial hype dies down because they never develop the habits to sustain long-term success. The people who win are the ones who keep going when motivation is gone. They train themselves to push through resistance. They create a routine that keeps them locked in, no matter how they feel. Success is not about how much you do in one day, it's about what you do every day. Small disciplines compound over time. 1 hour of focused work every day adds up to 365 hours in a year. Reading 10 pages a day turns into thousands of pages over time. Practicing your craft daily makes you exponentially better than those who only put in effort when they feel inspired. The key is to stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for things to feel easy. The ones who separate themselves are the ones who commit to doing the work regardless of circumstances. There will be days when you don't feel like it. Days when you're tired, frustrated, and tempted to take a break. This is where discipline is tested. Anyone can work hard when they feel good, but real discipline is pushing through when everything in you wants to stop. It's waking up early when your body tells you to sleep in. It's putting in extra reps when your muscles are burning. It's staying committed to your vision when doubts creep in. Champions are not made in moments of comfort. They are forged in moments of struggle, where they choose discipline over excuses. Most people let their emotions dictate their actions. They do things when they feel motivated and slack off when they don't. But discipline means acting according to your goals, not your emotions. It means training yourself to do what needs to be done, no matter how you feel. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, The best in any field, all of them have mastered the art of discipline. They don't rely on motivation, because they know motivation fades. What remains is their commitment to the process. The truth is, discipline gives you freedom. The freedom to control your future. The freedom to create the life you want. The freedom to achieve things most people only dream about. When you commit to daily discipline, success is no longer a matter of if, but when. One of the biggest traps people fall into is seeking validation from others. They want approval, they want recognition, they want someone to tell them they're on the right path. But the moment you start depending on external validation, you give away your power. You allow other people's opinions to dictate your decisions, and that is a guaranteed way to stay stuck. True success comes when you stop looking for approval and start focusing on your own growth. You have to believe in yourself even when no one else does. You have to trust your vision even when people doubt you. The ones who make it to the top are the ones who don't need permission to chase their dreams. Too many people are afraid to take action because they're worried about what others will think. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be criticized. They don't want to fail in front of an audience. But the truth is, people are going to talk regardless. Whether you go after your dreams or sit on the sidelines, people will have opinions. So why not do what truly matters to you? Why not focus on becoming the best version of yourself instead of wasting energy trying to impress people who don't even contribute to your growth? The moment you stop seeking validation, you free yourself from the fear of judgment. You stop hesitating. You start taking bold action. The people who win in life are the ones who develop an unshakable belief in themselves. They don't need applause. They don't need constant reassurance. They don't let criticism shake them. They know their worth is not determined by outside opinions. This kind of confidence doesn't come from ego, it comes from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you're capable of. It comes from putting in the work, mastering your craft, and proving to yourself that you have what it takes. Confidence is built through action. The more you do, the more you grow. The more you grow, the less you care about what others think. Most people never reach their potential because they're waiting for the world to validate them. They think they need someone to tell them they're good enough before they start. But the truth is, you don't need permission. You don't need approval. You just need to start. You need to believe in yourself enough to take action even when no one is watching. The people who succeed are the ones who move forward without waiting for recognition. They don't waste time looking for approval. They stay locked in on their mission and let their results speak for themselves. Another problem with seeking validation is that it makes you dependent on outside opinions. When people praise you, you feel good. But when they criticize you, you start doubting yourself. This is dangerous because it means your confidence is controlled by external forces. You have to take back that control. You have to be the kind of person who stays consistent regardless of what others say. Whether people support you or not, whether they believe in you or not, you have to keep going. Success is not about who claps for you, it's about who keeps showing up no matter what. When you stop seeking validation, you start operating from a place of power. You make decisions based on what's best for you, not based on what will get the most likes, the most praise, or the most approval. You stop playing small to fit into other people's expectations. You stop hesitating and start trusting yourself. This shift is life-changing because it allows you to move with confidence, to take risks, to push yourself further than ever before. The best version of you will never emerge if you're constantly worried about what other people think. The moment you let go of the need for validation, you become unstoppable. Success does not come to those who wait. It does not come to those who talk about what they want but never take action. It comes to those who execute relentlessly, who refuse to let excuses, fear, or setbacks stop them from moving forward. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who stay stuck is simple: winners take massive, intentional action every single day. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't wait until they feel ready. And they don't wait for permission. They just execute. Most people get stuck in planning mode. They spend weeks, months, even years thinking about what they want to do, researching, preparing, analyzing every detail, but never actually starting. They convince themselves they need more information, more time, more resources before they can take action. But the truth is, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Perfectionism is a lie that keeps people from executing. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who have flawless plans. They are the ones who start before they feel ready, learn as they go, and adjust along the way. Massive action creates momentum. The first step is always the hardest, but once you start moving, things begin to fall into place. When you take action, you build confidence, you develop skills, you gain experience. You start seeing progress, and that progress fuels even more action. This is how momentum is built, not by waiting, not by wishing, but by doing. Every small step you take moves you closer to your goal. Every day you show up, you separate yourself from those who are still just thinking about it. One of the biggest killers of execution is overthinking. People waste so much time doubting themselves, questioning their abilities, and hesitating when they should be moving. The longer you hesitate, the more fear creeps in. The more you think about the reasons something might not work, the more you convince yourself not to try. The only way to break this cycle is to act. Stop thinking and start doing. Stop overanalyzing and start executing. Action eliminates doubt. The moment you take that first step, fear starts to lose its power over you. Relentless execution is not just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about being intentional with your time and energy. Too many people mistake busyness for productivity. They spend hours doing things that don't actually move them forward. Checking emails, scrolling social media, watching motivational videos. These things might feel productive, but they are not execution. True execution means focusing on the actions that bring real results. It means doing the uncomfortable work, the things most people avoid, the steps that actually push you toward your goal. There will always be obstacles. There will always be reasons to stop, to slow down, to make excuses. But the people who win are the ones who keep going no matter what. They don't wait for things to be easy. They don't stop when things get tough. And they don't let setbacks define them. They push through failures. They learn from mistakes. And they keep executing. The key is to develop an unbreakable mindset, a mindset that refuses to accept anything less than success. The world rewards action. Ideas alone don't create success. Talent alone doesn't guarantee results. Hard work with no execution leads to nothing. The only thing that separates those who succeed from those who don't is action. The question is not whether you have what it takes. The question is whether you are willing to execute relentlessly, without hesitation, without waiting for permission, without making excuses. The people who make it to the top are not necessarily The smartest or the most talented, they are the ones who do the work every single day without fail.